What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jesus Conde, and today we're going to be continuing with this drawing of the second chapter of the second season of my comic. I know it's not what we were doing. We were doing a painting, and you may be asking what the hell happened. And I'm a bit behind on my progress for this chapter, let's call it, episode of webtoons, so I'm a bit worried that I will not finish this in a good time. So I want to steal some of the time from the painting to do this for at least, I think, a couple of weeks. Let's see, maybe less. We will see what happens. Anyway, and I'm gonna take this time to explain a little bit more about my process on making the comic. After I have the script, which is the most important part in my opinion, I tend to do a very rough pencil sketch, and then from that pencil sketch I put together this scene that you're seeing. It's kind of like a Frankenstein between drawing and VR. I do these VR scenes on Gravity Sketch. If I don't have the model, I just cut them up on ZBrush or something, like the horse. I found a horse sculpture and cut it so I can post it on Gravity Sketch, because in those programs you don't have a way to rig things, at least yet. And it will be a pain to just post it on ZBrush to then send it to Gravity Sketch, so it's way too much work. So I just cut it in ZBrush and export it to Gravity Sketch, where I can move the pieces in with my hands in VR. Also, I post the characters and build these scenes. Some of the stuff is already made, like the castle in the back. It's is something that I have from the first chapter of the second season, so I don't have to really draw it. I just have it there to remind me that there's something that's gonna be there. But I'm just gonna copy paste the drawing from the first chapter, so it's not gonna take too much time. Like, it wouldn't make sense. It's something that is just in the background. Also, I'm using these assets that I created a long time ago, that I wasn't able to use too much on the first season after the half of it, because I was after some things happened. I'm not going to spoil them for you. We stopped seeing a lot of nature. There was a lot of caves and a lot of laboratory, so it's kind of like I'm not gonna be able to show any nature in those places. So, man, I did those assets and I never used them again until now, which is very rewarding, because it's kind of like, it's exactly as I thought it was gonna be. It's like, man, this saves me so much time to just use these assets. I drawn them myself, and if you want to try them, they are in my Gumroad link in the description. It's kind of it's only for people that wants to sketch in line or want to do comic books or whatever. It's not that you really have to have it. It's just for certain kind of people. Personally, I do a lot of drawing on my sketches, so having this also really helps, especially to block out scenes. After that, I make this really dark line, how I call it, weight line, I guess this is called. And as you saw before, I did have a sculpt of the face of the boy, and that's something that I do with all the characters. I have all the faces of at least the important ones, not the ones in the background, stuff like that. But, well, actually, I do have a soldier with the face and everything. But the most important the character are, I will have a sculpt of the face, and that I can always go back to it. Just copy paste it from either ZBrush or Blender. Right now I have everything set up on Blender, so I just go in, take the picture. I actually use it seems like a lot. I actually use a tool called Snagit, which is something that I learned from like my first job, and I still use it. Which allows you to take certain screenshots from your screen, like very specifically. You can make just a region screenshot, so you don't have to like copy paste the whole screen of your PC. So I just copy paste the faces from Blender. This is a model that I made. Like this is not something that I downloaded or anything. This is a character from the comic, and obviously I erased the background, which is like 2 clicks, just the magic wand. It comes with a gray background, the Blender background, and there I have it. I have the faces put in the comic, so I can just trace. All of them are gonna look the same throughout the whole comic, which is something that I really struggle with, making the character look the same. It was a nightmare. That's what I figured out. I really don't know how to draw sequential stuff. It's kind of annoying that you have to. It's like, if I draw the first one, why can't I draw the second one the same? It's kind of like really hard. So having the 3D models of them, it really helps to keep the cohesive, I guess. I don't know what the word is. As you just saw, I just copy pasted this face of the other character, really tiny. Remember, this is gonna be seen on a phone, so the level of detail that I'm putting is something that I kind of can I put that? It's something I came about with time, by working on the comic. It's not something that I just knew. This is something that it's like, how much is too much detail, how much is too little detail. And at the end, it ended up looking pretty good, I think. I end up having this workflow that allows me to be less detailed, but it's like people understand the drawings more now, so it's a good thing, I think. Also, the weight line, it really helps to read the characters against the background. At the end of everything, I always put like a grayish, kind of like a grayish texture on the most important things that you should be looking at, like a way for me to grab your focus. But that's not gonna happen until I have all the page completed. And when I say page, I mean this file, because webtoons is so weird. Like, you never know how much large a chapter that you're doing is, an episode that you're doing is. This is gonna be long, man. It's kind of like it's like 4 files of like PSB, and I don't know, dude, it's like 15,000 like 15,000 vertical pixels, or 20 or something like that. This one is not that long, but it's gonna be 4 of those. So I don't know how long, like, it was gonna get bored reading this. I hope not, because the reason why I'm doing this one so long is because it didn't feel right to just cut it in a bad moment. Like, I just feel like when I'm doing this episode, it's like, this is where it should end, and it should end here. If I do something else to it, it's gonna just ruin it, and I'm gonna need another moment that feels like an ending. And this one didn't have an ending until, man, a moment that it felt like that, And I always want to have this kind of like a small cliffhanger. Some of them are stronger than the others. I can really tell by the comments, like, people really respond to some chapters more than the other ones. But I'm trying to have everything be in a kind of cliffhanger kind of way. So if you haven't read it, please check the link in the description. Although I will do some changes on the English version soon enough. Right now, the spelling, they have some spelling mistakes and stuff like that. I'm not proud of that, sorry. But it's I just need to keep moving forward. There's somebody that is actually taking care of that. It's just I haven't gotten the files yet to upload them. But it's double checking everything and rephrasing things so they can be read better in English and stuff like that. Right now, what you're gonna see is like a Tarzan version of English explaining everything. And I'm sorry about that. But yeah, maybe wait. I don't know, like a month or something until it's completely fixed. The first chapter of the second season, though, which comes in the 12th of February, it is gonna be fixed. Like it's gonna have everything well put together because I already kind of like found a workflow for doing it. Before I didn't have it, and it was me trying to do everything. And I discovered I can't. I just cannot do everything. So thank God I have patrons and friends that are helping me. Yeah, my patrons are basically just giving me money and also helping. How cool they are. We also have a chat on WhatsApp, and we can talk. None of them speak English though. Well, I mean they do, but it's mainly Spanish. But I told myself that if any English speaking patrons came, I was gonna create another WhatsApp group just with them so they can speak English forever, like with no problem. Anyway, this is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry about cutting the progress on the other painting. I will get back to it, I promise, completely. Talk to you guys later. Bye.